I want to show you a new tool that we just came out with this year. This is new to the market, and we're calling it the Conduit Locknut Wrench. This is a tool we totally derived from end user inputs from electricians saying that they have problems when they do retrofits to put in new circuits, branch circuits like a light switch or an outlet. Usually they want to do a cut-in box like this size, which is about 3.5 inches deep. It's very narrow, but they need the depth to get all the knockout positions for more pipe. Problem with this is probably about half of the electricians out there have hands that just won't fit in these types of boxes to get all the way back and tighten these little connector rings onto these pipes. So we came up with this tool that essentially has two heads. It allows one head holds a 1/2 inch connector, the other holds a 3/4. Those are the two most common connectors you would use when putting in a new circuit. These two heads are on a direct drive shaft. So when you turn one head, the other head turns. And what that allows you to do is to get way back inside, but your hands are still outside, and you would be able to turn the connector on while holding the wires at the same time. So here's how it works. So you would take the wires that he's put through here, you feed it through this tool, and then as you're feeding it through here, you are getting it back towards the top of this connector, and then you would start turning this connector on, and as you're doing that, you're able to hold the wires in place and twist at the same time, and that keeps the job stable, and you can turn the connector on with little effort. The other feature that this tool has is sometimes you're retrofitting a pipe that's been done several years ago, and all the electricians love to overdo it. They love to pound these connectors on so that they're nice and tight. What we did when you have a problem like that is we put little holes, these two little holes in each head. You can actually take your number 2 Phillips, which is very commonly on you at all times, put it through these holes, and now you have like a lever arm that gives you extra torque where your wrist or your fingers aren't going to be able to move that off. And so another thing I'd like to point out is one of the restrictions of these narrow boxes is you really can't use some of the traditional methods. One of them is you might have pliers that you're used to grabbing onto the connectors like this, and you need a motion side to side. As you can see, these deep, narrow boxes, you can't get enough lateral side to side motion. So this tool is kind of useless for these types of boxes. So for more information on the Conduit Locknut Wrench, talk to your local Graybar representative and try one out.
Thanks for watching. To learn more about this product, click up here, and to subscribe to the ESP newsletter where you can learn about the latest products and services for contractors and installers, click here or down in the description.